Yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. It's it's a Tuesday. It's 12:06 a.m. here at Africa 24, and we're here to analyze the Saba Saba Day event that happened yesterday. We send our apologies to everyone for having the show quite a bit late because today we had some protests which are happening in some various areas that some of our hosts and the panelists stay. So, but anyway, we have to continue doing the show. We have to continue doing it to analyze everything that is happening here in the country. And I would first begin by saying once again, good evening to everyone who is joining us on the special coverage of the Saba Saba Day that happened today. Once again, I'm your host, Alex Ogega, and today we want to take a deep dive into one of Kenya's most historic days, the day that shaped the path towards multi-party democracy, justice, and even freedom. So yesterday marks yet another year since the iconic July 7th, 1990, when Kenyans from all walks of life they rose up demanding political reforms, accountability, respect for human rights. It's a day that began with courage, uh, protests, and hope still echoes across our streets and our hearts today. So it's a day that I think is sad for this nation. We have seen many things that have happened. Uh, First of all, many people were unable to to access town, and we have many video clips of the scenes that unfolded today here on Africa, the platform, which is advisable for the Kenyans to go and check out the scenes that have happened today. We showcase the demonstrations happening here at Africa 24. And first of all, many people were unable to access Nairobi CBD due to the police blocking the areas, of which it is somehow unfortunate that people were unable to open their jobs. And yesterday we saw the PS saying that it's not a holiday as the people want it to be, and everyone should continue going to work. But we saw many people many people are blocked from entering town, and the police were all over in many parts of the county trying to ensure peace prevails. So we have seen there is a protester who was shot in Kangemi. His name is Brian Kimutai. And from what we're hearing from the family members is that the person went down on his knees and he raised his arms up to say that he he surrendered. Like it's the same thing with the Boniface karaoke thing where he posed no threat. This guy was just selling face mask, and when the first cop came and hit him, he didn't retaliate. He didn't pose any threat. He remained calm, ile kuonyesha that I am not in for this. But Boniface Karaoke was shot. So it's the same incident with the shooting that happened today in Kangemi. Brian Kimutai posed zero threat towards the ops. He just surrendered when he saw people were running away. He surrendered to showcase that he posed no threat to people, but he was shot. Among the many 19 people who got shot in the process that happened today in Kangemi. So it's a very sad and unfortunate scenes that happened today, and we sympathize, and we ask for justice to happen because so unlawful of a police officer to shoot a protester uh, without having the facts about the person. So let me post the link in the comment section so that people can join. Gypsy Corner, I see you there in the comment section. Karibu sana Gypsy Corner. Karibu sana. I hope you are well. He's saying hi Alex Ogiga, nice to see you are safe. Thank you, Gypsy. I'm also safe, and I also hope you are safe wherever you are. Tuko salama, and we pray for our brothers everywhere. Wenye wako maeneo ya Rongai, we pray for them to be able to be safe during this time, because anything can happen, and we, as we have seen from the last year protest tuliona in areas like, yeah, thanks for the welcome. I'm good, thanks, Gypsy. Yes, let's continue the political discussion. Kimanzi will be back tomorrow, and we hope he stays safe, because we don't know what is happening in maeneo za mahali ambapo anaponea kwa sasa. But either way, we continue. As I was saying, last year we saw areas like Pipeline, areas like Kasarani and Githurai, whereby people were being shot and killed when they were in their homes during the night. And for many years, even if we go back to 2017, sorry, if we go back to 2017, even up to 2022, 23, you'll find that many people have been taken by, many lives have been taken by the police during the night times. So, and during this night time is when things happen. Even during the recent demonstration that happened on 25th, there were reports of women being raped during the night. So for us, it's just to pray that God intercedes on our behalf, so that peace prevails, because we don't know what is happening right now in the night in Rongai. We don't know whether the police are don't know whether the police are attempting to shoot and kill the protesters during this time of the night. And also today we were able to see that Kenyans out there in the Kenyans in CBD were armed with the sticks which the goons used, and they put here uh, can you call it a red clip here, so that they can identify themselves and be able to know themselves when any goon tries to break into somebody's property. They will be able to deal with them properly when to deal with them properly when they attempt to break into anyone's attempt to break into anyone's property. So we sympathize with the many areas in the parts of Kenya, areas like Nakuru. We have seen what is happening in areas like Nakuru. We have seen the shops that were being looted by people from the various areas of the country. So we sympathize with them. But I pose some few questions for us here to discuss, and for the benefit of young viewers like me or any young people, I don't know whether we relate well with the Saba Saba that is happening, but anyway, let me add our senior Mzalendo to the stage, so that we discuss some few uh, political things that have been happening. Yes, Mzalendo, good morning to you, or good evening. Your mic is on mute.
I'm doing so many things at the same time. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Is it loud and clear?
Yes,
You're not hearing any other voice from the background?
I'm hearing a little bit. See, son, I'm hearing only a little bit.
Oh, okay. Um,
So, welcome,
mm-hmm,
Sana, to this political show.
mm-hmm.
And we discuss some few of the things that happened today. So,
Yes.
my first question to you, and I see Gypsy Corner there is saying hi to Mzalendo.
Hey, hi Gypsy Corner. Gypsy Corner is ndio engine inaitwa engine ya Afrika. We are doing great. Only shocked with what is happening in our country.
So, my question to you about the Saba Saba Day, would you say the promises and hopes of the 1990 demonstration have been fulfilled?
Uh, I think this Saba Saba, first, the uniqueness is that we have the people who fought for Saba Saba now are in government, and we have the young people also agitating for something different from what they fought for. So probably they will not understand or get what these young people are saying. But what I can say is that I saw a lot of success in what the protests that Gen Zs did. And one thing I want to pass my condolences to the families of the young people who have lost their lives once again. Uh, you have seen, you have seen, you have seen. I'm in a space where I have I've been listening to these young people talk. Most of them are crying, and they are ready for the next course. They will not be intimidated. So the government might have stopped the mano and all that, but the idea, the ideology is still there with them. So the best thing that they need to do is to have some kind of dialogue with these young people. I've said it. When the window for dialogue will be shut down, then we'll not have a country anymore. The policemen who are on the streets cannot kill everybody, all these young people. Uh, they can only intimidate them to an extent. But the spirit of Saba Saba that we wanted to celebrate is lost. Mm. Yeah.
Okay, so and also Mzalendo, we have seen the Nairobi women rep Esther Passaris has come under fire for I think the past 1 week, and also this week she has also come out to the media to defend herself, and she has pleaded with the citizens not to occupy her home and to leave her family out of everything. So,
Yeah.
what do you think of the
No, no,
bill that?
no. I mean, these young people are dying because of stupid political utterances by people like Esther Parasaris. Uh, they they are not uniting. They're not uniting, or they're not even consoling. These are voices that are being suppressed by people like Esther Parasaris and many other and many other legislators who feel that they're safe while they're in government. But I think Gen Zs can do a lot. They have forgotten. They have forgotten the other day on the floor of Parliament, the way they were pleading for mercy from these Gen Zs when Parliament was occupied. So imagine these young people occupying your home. It will be terror and horror for your children. So please, political tolerance is needed, and your utterance must be weighed. You know when to speak, and you know what to talk about. Don't just open your mouth so that you are pleasing William Ruto's government. You are not helping William Ruto. You are just sinking his government deeper and deeper.
And what do you think of the bill that she proposed, which was trying to limit the protest?
That bill is suppressive, and that's the reason why there were no demonstration. Because whatever she is proposing, it means that any government installation in Kenya means that you cannot even walk on the road because that belongs to the government. You cannot even cross a bridge because that belongs to the government. Forget about the buildings that are within the CBD. Any government installation, it means that you only maandamana in your living room. Unaandamana kwa compound yako peke yake, hakuna mahali unatoka. That's what they wanted to do.
Okay, so I
Mm.
see Sekona there in the comment section telling us no freedom of speech and movement in Kenya and the mafia state worse than Haiti. I agree with you with some things, Gypsy Corner. Yes, the state is trying to limit the citizens from saying and doing some things. Also, we saw Beatrice Elachi proposing that the social media has to be regulated. Also, the same thing with Kabogo, who was saying that they have to try and limit the media. And also, Mzalendo, today we saw not yeah we saw there was an interview Citizen between Koech and he was speaking with Sam Gituku, and he was complaining about the media reporting being biased. They trying to fuel the war between the state and the youth of this country. So, do you think the mainstream media is biased, as Koech was saying, the MP Koech?
No, the mainstream media, each and every media entity has got its own policy, and you cannot dictate what KTN is going to wear. You can also not dictate what NTV is going to wear because those are their policies. They are not controlled by government. These are independent mainstream media. You can only dictate what KBC and other stations that are affiliated with the government that depend on government revenue are going to wear. But the media is to inform objectively about what is happening. They they are not out there to favor the government of the day by reporting by misreporting what is happening. They ought to report what is happening, the real situation. So these people want to everybody to be a patriot, while young people are dying in the streets. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The media cannot turn a blind eye to the deaths that are happening in the streets, the burning of buildings that are happening in the streets of Nairobi. That one cannot. I mean, we cannot say that we are going to, you know, uh, to just turn a blind eye to that kind of situation.
So I see Gypsy with a question, why the media not talking about the many Gen Z killed on the mountain. Actually, Gypsy, the media is talking about it because I was watching KTN News, which was showcasing the deaths that happened in the areas like Moranga and the parts of Nyeri. So they are showcasing the deaths that happened in the mountain and many parts of the country, hata Nakuru. Kwanza Kangemi imekuwa kubaya sana, so we sympathize with them and we pray for them, because even the what people don't know mostly is that even people are killed during the night. So and it's not showcased. So we just hope for the best. But anyway, let's continue with the debate tonight. So looking at Kenya today, and me being a young person, Zalendo wasn't there in the 90s. In the 90s, sorry. So what parallels do you see between the political atmosphere now and in 1990? What are some of the parallels do you see?
Now, if you grew up in the 1990s like myself, first of all, we did not know, we were not very much concerned about what is in the constitution. Like you guys are reading the constitution today, so we were not so much informed. We were driven by peer pressure, but these young people are driven by issue based kind of ideas. Now, they are also, we didn't also have technology to, in the digital, we are now in the digital age where young people can mobilize themselves very very fast through the digital space. We didn't also have mobile phones, so the advantage that you have over me, my days, is that you can communicate with so many people at a very short time. You can assemble within 10 seconds or 20 seconds, you're already on the space and discussing what is happening in the country. In my days, we would not even know what the parliament proceedings are. Today, we watch them debate, and we know when there is a stupid debate, we know that the member of parliament is not contributing. We know, we read the budget nowadays. So in the 90s, we were not even concerned about the budget as the youth, but we were driven by pressure, by ego, by you want to be part of a movement. Like then we had NDP, things like NAC and all that. So we wanted to be part of that movement, part of that change. But ideally, we did not go deep down to know what they really stood for. Yeah, we only knew the overview. Yes, we wanted to change uh, Section 2 way of the Constitution of Kenya from one party state to a multi party democracy. So that then was informing the political class why we needed to change that. But if you had asked me that then, what is multi-party democracy and what it means for me, then I wouldn't explain it or articulate it the way a youth of today who has read the constitution would tell you why it is his right to demonstrate, it is his right to a decent house. It is his right for to live. It is his right. It is his right for to access affordable healthcare and education. So the youths of yesterday could not articulate those issues the way the youths of today are articulating. That's the difference, and that is why the older politicians don't understand why these people are demonstrating. If they lived in your times, then they would be they would be they we lived in worse times. So for them, they lived in worse times. When they see youth demonstrating now, they don't really get it why they are demonstrating. Yeah. So yeah, that's my take on that, Alex.
Okay, and still on that, do you think Kenya is at risk of forgetting the hard fought lessons of the Saba Saba Day? Do you
Mhm.
think we are at a place of
Now,
forgetting the hard fought
Saba Saba is already rewriting its history. Uh, Now you have to include the Gen Z protest in their history. Now you have to include, for the first time in the history of the Republic of Kenya, Saba Saba was not celebrated anywhere. Yeah. So they have already rewritten the history of this country in a short spell. So they are writing their history, they are writing their own destiny. And Alex, for us, we will not be in this country for a very long time. Even the political class, I can tell you, they will not live for the next 20 or 15 more years. That will be a bonus to them. So we might not see the benefits of this young generation, but there is a generation that will see the benefits of this. Why these people are fighting? Why these people want to be included in that particular table where decisions are being made? Yeah.
So I see Gypsy Corner saying that even though we lived through mid oppression after the independence, there was no
Hmm?
transparent oppression and abuse of our human rights like now. This government has made Kenya a business.
Even though we lived through the mild oppressions after the independence, there was no transparent oppressions, abuse of our human rights like now. This government has made Kenya business. Yeah, I agree with Gypsy Corner. Uh, there was exactly Gypsy is so right. You know, in our days or in the days of Kina Orengo, Kina Raila, the farthest the government could go is detention without trial. Now, in this government, what we are seeing is that they are killing these people. They're not even detaining them. Wanauha. They are killing this generation, and without any trial, without any what, we have seen people dying. We have seen others abducted. We have seen young people after abduction, they can't even speak. They don't even know where they are. Like that Kanyagia guy, you know, after he was tortured and all that, he could not even know exactly what even I think even if you asked him his name, he would not even tell you what his name was. Mm? Mm. Yes.
Okay, so and what role do you see young Kenyans playing in safeguarding democracy, going for democracy of this country?
No,
What role
you
do you see?
young people like yourself. Uh, you guys. I feel the role that you need to play is to be active in the politics in a positive way. Make sure that your voice is heard, and that is you will be judged. Your generation will be judged by the courage that they had to go in the streets. That will be in our history forever. That there was a group of the young people who managed to stop the finance bill, the first one in Africa. They managed to ensure that they held the presidency into account. They managed to push the president to reshuffle his cabinet. They brought order in society within a very short time. Have they achieved their goals yet? Yeah, partially yes, because right now the government is listening to
So I
what
think
is happening
Mzalendo,
on the ground.
we are losing you.
Hmm?
Tunakupoteza kidogo, umehang kwa screen.
Unanipoteza.
Umehang kwa screen kidogo.
Oh, nasema
Mhm.
nasema the thing is these youths are many. They have achieved whatever they had to achieve, and the journey is still very, very long. And remember, there's also another generation of youths coming. So this struggle, the numbers will keep on increasing. Those who are high schoolers will be in college the next year, and they will be having identity cards and they will be able to vote. The both girls who are in Butere girls who are denied to perform, they will be eligible to go and vote in 2028, and they will exercise that right, remembering what the government did to them when they were about to perform. So this struggle is something that is continuing. They might not see the fruits today, but they will see the fruits in the future.
Okay,
Mhm.
so and we move on to the next question. So Today, young people often take their grievances to social media and also to the streets. But do you think digital activism is as effective as physical demonstrations?
I think digital activism is what has made this Gen Z's more popular group. It is easier for them to be on the streets on the digital streets than to be on the actual street. So today, if you go to the X spaces, there are so many there's a lot of conversation going on in the space, and mostly it's about these young people, what they want, and they are right now. I think the conversation is in every profile photo. There's a certain photo that they want. Yeah, they want in every other young person. There is a profile photo that you need to change so that the world can see what is happening in Kenya. So that's what they are doing at the moment. Pole Aleki for the cough.
Nitakuwa sawa, ni maji tu kidogo. So okay, we continue still on the Saba Saba, and so we today we saw protests in many areas, and some turned chaotic with reports of the police maybe shooting or them being overpowered. So, how do you interpret the how the state responds to public demonstrations, and what does it say about the democracy in this country?
Hmm? I for me, I feel that the state is in panic. Those reactions that you saw is not a confidence a reaction. It's a reaction where people are in panic. I saw quite a number of officers who are becoming more friendlier to the public. Then I saw another lot of goons who are also in Subaru going randomly and picking young people and battering them just for nothing. It tells you that what they want is to the young people to submit, that there is an authority. But let me tell you, that is only agitating the young people more and more. It might not even work in the long run. Mm.
Yes, okay, and I was watching news. I think it was about a week ago, and I heard Yvonne Okwara was speaking about how the constitution in Kenya it's not respected anymore. It's right now it's just like it's like any book out there. So, uh, looking at the political landscape now, what key reforms would you say Kenya still needs to fully honor the no like do you think there are amendments that need to be made to the constitution, because I also feel like it's not respected, imekuwa tu like any other book.
Mm.
So are there amendments that need to be made to make sure the constitution is fully respected by everyone?
Mm. Aleki, can you repeat what you just said?
Yeah, I'm saying I was watching like the news about I think a week ago, and Yvonne Okwara was explaining how the constitution is not respected right now by the government. So I was thinking, do we really need to amend it or change it in some way which will ensure everyone respects this and it guides the country? Does it really need to be amended, or what needs to be done for the constitution to be respected by everyone?
No, I don't think the constitution of Kenya needs to be amended because of a particular situation. Yeah, the constitution needs to be implemented. Yeah, to function. It doesn't need to be amended. They have tried a lot of things in the constitution which are illegal, like the NGAF CDF CDF, the Senate Oversight Fund, they call it SOF, and the non of it's called what? The non-governmental affirmative action fund, something like that. So these are the things that were initially stopped by the courts, but the parliament itself moved very, very fast to ensure that these things are now in the constitution. Now, there is another proposed amendment that they are calling the public order something bill that sought to restrict protests near public building. Yeah, it's called the Public Amendment Bill 2025. Now, this bill. They seek to ensure that nobody goes next to any government installation during protest. So this is something that maybe will not work in our country, as I had explained earlier. So the constitution does not need to be amended to fulfill the political class wish. We need not to amend the constitution because a few politicians are not happy with it, or they are not serving it them right. Because one thing they have to realize that they will be on the other side next time. They might not be in government. They might be on the other side of the government, of the opposition. And the same constitution that they amended will work against them. So that is my take.
Yes, okay. And today we have seen
Although I also feel that the 2020 2010 constitution is one of the most progressive constitution and transparent constitution ever. The framers of that constitution did a very good job, and they said some of the articles in the constitution you need public participation to amend them. You cannot just wake up and amend the constitution of Kenya. Somebody will go to court, presents the same constitution, and bar you from whatever you want to implement. But we have seen a rogue parliament that is doing things with a lot of impunity. And I think the next fight about Gen Zs is that they will be calling out these politicians, these MPs, and these senators wasting our taxes. Yes.
yes, okay. And also today we have seen Raila Odinga, who has an MOU with the government. Today, he was supposed to visit the Kamukunji grounds to honor the Saba Saba Day, and he failed to attend because I think he was blocked by the police. But he has called for an intergenerational dialogue within the country. But so now I am still wondering, will that intergenerational dialogue with the country, will it solve the issues that are there among Kenyans right now?
No. Why these guys are talking about a generational dialogue is very, very simple. They want to get into the Gen Zs, to their thinking, to their world. They want to accommodate them as much as they can, so that they can suppress the movement. They can only suppress the movement if there is a dialogue. They will prolong the dialogue like the NADCO report. Remember the NADCO dialogue that they had, the NADCO dialogue? What happened to the NADCO report? Nothing. So some of these things that Raila are recommending today, they will not work. They will not work with these young people. I am saying the dialogue should not involve any politician. They should involve the civil society and any other person and the president. But the rest, or at the political class, watch our kai kando. Then these people, the president might listen to what these young people are saying, because the politicians have got vested interest when it comes to to these discussions on the table. They are looking at their numbers. They're looking at the positions that they might get in this kind of dialogue. Yeah.
So, and I do you think the interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen should resign? Because I was an space today, and that space people were calling for his resignation. So, do you think Kipchumba Murkomen should resign from office?
No, if we had a government like the one that Olelenku, I think it was was is it Uhuru or Kibaki, when there was a terrorist attack on Westgate, the internal minister for security had to resign. Olelenko had to be pushed out because he didn't seem to know what he's doing. I have said a million times the security docket needs to be with someone who has got knowledge about security. Uh, so somebody without any knowledge about security cannot handle security matters. Ukiniambia saa hizi kuna kitu imefanyika and the only person who is supposed to make a decision is Murkomen regarding what he knows about security. Atazasema nini? Can he make a decision?
Yes, he said anyone who see me
Ukimpatia hata weapon,
initiating should
hey,
report.
hebu assemble hii weapon hii ni G3 ama hii ni automatic rifle. Can you assemble it? He has no idea, he has no clue. It is not his field. He's a lawyer. So we need to be careful with these people.
So, and it's almost 5 minutes to 1 a.m. Kenyan time. So, we are slowly coming to the end of today's political discussion. So, but my last question to you, Mzalendo, is
Mm.
so yesterday I was also watching Kenyan. It was a political talk show on Citizen, and it was a discussion with the youth, and somebody was proposing that it's not only about the youth removing President William Ruto from power. They are saying that they should start by aiming in 2027 to have the majority in the parliament and in the National Assembly so that they can be able to dictate which bills are being passed and which ones are not being passed. So, my question to you is it just about 27 the people focusing on removing the president, or is it also about them having a majority in the National Assembly and in the Parliament so that they can ensure the bills they want to be passed they are passed? If the things they want to be in the finance bill, wanazi include.
Aleki, I'm in a very noisy conversation. I'm having a meeting going on, but anyway, tell me what the question was.
Yeah, so my question is it only about the youth removing President William Ruto, or it's also about them having a majority of the members in the National Assembly and in the Parliament to ensure that the bills they want to be passed smoothly?
I think the question, if I vividly got what you're trying to ask, is that okay, everything does not stop with William Ruto as the president of the Republic of Kenya. Uh, the MPs have got the biggest role. That's what I keep on saying. William Ruto is not the problem. Shida ya Kenya ni MPs na senators. Because if we had a strong parliament, there are some decisions that would have been made in favor of the people of Kenya. But we have a weak parliament that agreed to be compromised. That is why we are. That is the reason why we are here. When there was opposition in Kenya, you saw the government of Uhuru. You know, they are going slow on some things. But with the absence of an opposition, you see they are trying to bring people like Inadani, everybody else. And it is up to now the people of Kenya, the Gen Zs, and the people who are protesting to stop the government. So that is what is happening in Kenya today. Mm.
So okay, we are coming to the end of today's show. It's some few minutes to 1 a.m. Kenyan time on a Tuesday. So, Mzalendo, what are your closing remarks?
My parting shot is that I want to congratulate everybody who was out there, maybe protesting at home, not going to work. You did a good job. I want to thank all the some police officers who used the opportunity to bring peace. They did a good job. Those who, of course, killed peaceful protesters, or they killed some people. Say it's unfortunate for those officers that they have to kill fellow Kenyans. It doesn't come to that, and maybe my condolences to the family members of those who have lost their loved ones, just because of trying to fight for what they believe in. And again, there are so many other people who have lost businesses. It's unfortunate that some goons had to touch some supermarkets and others had to loot. So it has not come to this. We need to be cautious of what we are doing in our society. This idea of promoting goons in Kenya, we have reached a point where goons are promoted by the government, promoted to loot, promoted to what, and they are not arrested. So these people need to be arrested. The people who touched buildings, we need to see some arrest of these young people who are looting. And also, we want to see some arrest of police officers who misuse their firearms, because they're out there. The evidence is glaring out there. And that's all I had for you, Alex. And thank you for hosting me this evening.
Yes, okay. So, thank you, Mzalendo, for joining for this amazing political talk show for an hour right now. And for anyone who is watching us from Mutembei or from Facebook or wherever I see you people, thank you for joining this amazing political show. Consider subscribing to Afrik. We are at 1,410 subscribers. So we gained 10 subscribers only today. And we are very grateful for the 10 new subscribers. And thank you also for 174,000 views on YouTube. So we keep on growing the platform. Tulianza na Dimba. We have a new Dimba on TikTok where we upload the content. And right now we're also adding another new platform for posting some political clips that we air each and every day. So stay tuned to Afrique 24. We have so much content coming your way. So I assure you there is a reason to subscribe. If you subscribe, your subscription won't go to waste. And for now, it's a wrap from us. See you on the next political show that will be hosted by Boniface Kimanzi. And tupatane Thursday for Dimba la Afrique.